Welcome if you're new here, welcome back if you've been here before. This is Chapstick Candy Cane Scented and Flavored. I'm excited for this video today, and I realize I can always tell when I'm excited because I start the video like smiling and I'm like, ooh. And so what we're using today is, I only have one foundation right now. So this is what it looks like. This is the soft lit. It does not dry down, so it's still tacky. So I'm like, I'll just do the look and then I'll finish the face off camera later. So this is what Berlin 89 looks like. It is upside down. There's glares. Let me put the sleeve up here and hold it like this. So this is what it looks like. And this is only look number 5. I don't know why. I do know I put this on the lid before. Ooh, when I look over here, it's green. This is what I see in person, this shade right here. And when I look where you are, it's that shade. And I am sure I have put that on the lid before. So we're thinking to do that and maybe this one on the outer portion of the lid. I was thinking of this one and then this, but because that has that purple flip to it, and I'm thinking because it has that green flip to it, maybe put this on. This is what we're going to do. Let me take out, I did take out a brush. So we're going to put this, subject to change, on the inner part of the lid, center lid, outer lid, and lower lash line, and I have out a blue liner for upper lash line, but of course everything is subject to change. I will tell you the colors as we use them. I'm going to prime the lid and then do the intro. If I do get fallout, or even if I don't, we're still just going to powder down and finish the face later, because this foundation, even before when I had it on an hour and 25 minutes, it still had not dried down. So that I don't like about it, but this is what it is. So where's my brush to blend up my eyeshadow primer? Okay, so same thing, y'all. I need to get ready to open up a backup because I am scraping. Hello and welcome again. I call this the crazy troll nation of YouTube. I was going to say the crazy troll nation of Dion. Y'all, the crazy part is just this: knowing it's okay to be your authentic self, even if you say words funny and you forget your intro and you just say stuff backwards. It is okay. That's life. Everything is not always as we envision it to be, and it's okay. Just be your authentic self. The troll part of the crazy troll nation is not caring too much about the beauty community standards. You set the standard for yourself. Try not to feel like you need to use a certain brand or a certain tool or a certain technique, Use whatever you want to, however you want to get your makeup on in a way that you are satisfied with it. That's what we stand for here. I just realized why this side slopes and this side goes straight out, because how I did my primer, I went out, but this side, I brought the primer down. Yeah, I learn stuff almost every time I do an eyeshadow look, like seriously. Because I'm always like, why are the shades so different? And I know it's something I'm doing, but I didn't know what it was that I was doing, and I just now realized what it was. So that's a good thing. I also need to let you know, oh wait, we didn't finish the first part of the intro. Here at the Crazy Troll Nation, we be having fun, because y'all see I be acting a fool. Love yourself for who you are and for how you look, even with face paint on. Here we're about that, and embracing your natural features, enhancing them if you want to, but never feeling like you have to. So that is the concept of the Crazy Troll Nation. I did say the last part kind of backwards, but if you've been here, you know what I mean. And if you're new, welcome. Thank you for being here. I do curse sometimes in videos because I curse sometimes, period. And there's an organism that lives in my throat that randomly hiccups, gurgles, and belches. And I did just eat about a half hour ago, 40 minutes ago. So it may make an appearance. So we're going to get into this palette. Thank you for being here. We're going to take Reunion and put this on the first portion of the lid. Y'all, I don't know. I don't think I've done this combination before. And even though I have a lookbook, like I stopped writing looks in the lookbook, and I don't know why. And I think because I've been using some newer palettes, and I'm going to run through it either by rows or by columns. And so that's just something that I know and something that I'll remember, versus I do a look and I'm like, oh my gosh, I think I might want to do this again. Let me write it down. And I had mentioned before that even though I do have a lookbook, The purpose was, if I'm stuck and I don't know what to do or what palette to use, pull out the lookbook and just find something to recreate. But you know what? I've only done that maybe one time because I did a look and it reminded me of something else I did. And so I looked to see, did I really do this before? And I didn't. It was close, but it wasn't because I had eliminated using one of the colors from the first time I did that look. So the looks were different, but it just reminded me of something else. And so the concept is good. You know, do a lookbook, and then if you get stuck, you don't know what to do, and you want to do a face, you know, just find a look and just recreate it. But I've never done that, except I do remember one time that I recreated a look, but I put the sparkle shade over a black base just to see what would happen. So I don't think I'm going to continue the lookbook. I really don't know. So now we're going to take Breakthrough, which is this shade right here, which is trippy because it's green, and then you see the red. So that's what we're going to use. This was, excuse me, an Esom V27. This is Hourglass number 3. And depending on how this picks up, we may switch to, this is picking up just fine. We may switch to, I was going to say, that Esom brush. But this, y'all, these lethal just works for me. I want to start using the Hourglass number 3s more for shimmer shades. This one is a different texture, that first shade, because I'm having trouble finding, we're going to go back and forth where they meet. I'm having trouble finding a brush that mimics the shape of the Fenty 230 brushes, and that's what I usually use if it's a very pigmented, you know, matte shadow, and it's a little less wide than this one. And the reason I've been looking for a duplicate for those brushes, and I have like 6 of them, is because they stain and it's just not nice to look at. And so I'm telling myself, just keep using the Hourglass number 3s, which I've had for super long, and I know that they do work. We're going back to Reunion, that first shade. And so it's not a problem. I just want stuff to look nice, and I'm the only one that sees it. Nobody's looking at my brushes. But so I don't know. I just don't like how they look stained, and they work really well. And so I'm hesitant to even buy more, unless if they were like half off, I would. And they're not really expensive in the first place. And the ones I do have, I purchased during a sale. But knowing that, excuse me, eventually they're going to stain too, it's like, do I want to, excuse me, 3 times, because that was a hiccup, a gurgle, and a belch all in one. Yeah, so knowing that eventually it's going to stain, and that's because some of these shadows, especially Notoriously Morbid and some of the lethal shadows, them jokers ain't playing. Which I love. We're going to bring this out a little bit further. So this right here, oh my gosh, I love this. I love this. I love this. I just, oh my gosh, I love this. So yeah, so that's where I am with brushes, and I have enough brushes where it's not like I can't use what I have. And so I'm using more of, or trying to use more of, the Hourglass for those sparkly shades that I think are more suitable. But what am I saying? Using this brush for shadows that are more saturated, because this is a dense brush, it may place like too much. You know what I'm saying? This is a brush with no shadow on it, and we're just going to go in small circular motions. I say motions. Small circular motions just to blend the top edge of this shadow. And this is an Esom V31. If you're interested in anything I'm using, especially if it's something I normally use that you see, chances are there's a link for it below, and chances are it is affiliated, and I do appreciate when you use my links and use my codes. For something like Esom, it is a shop my link, and I suggest shopping Esom when there's a sale. And so even if you go through my link to get to Esom, I will earn commission off of that, and you'll still have access to whatever sale is going on. And that's why I like links versus codes, because sometimes if stuff is on sale, codes don't work, whereas a link will always work. I was checking to see if it's the same distance between the top edge and my brows, but this brow clearly is up higher than this side. So we're going to put that brush down. We're going to go into Checkpoint, this shade here. But I'm kind of thinking, look at this. You can see both shades. This is the dual chrome. You can see the red and the green. So now it's just the red. And when I turn all the way this way, it's just the green and a little bit of red in here as you go toward the yellow. So that's making me think, take a red, but y'all know we gotta be funky. And this might play off of the red you see here, even though this is kind of purple. This shade is Checkpoint. So we're going to take this. If you've been here before and you keep coming, oh my God. Yeah, and it does. That looks like, good choice, troll. If you've been here before and you keep coming back, go ahead and subscribe. If you're still here right now and you're enjoying this video, go ahead and click the like button. I do have a button, a link below to join, but if you click it, it'll show you what the perks are. So clicking it will not join you. It shows you what the perks are. And if you do want to join, there's an extra step for that. And what the membership does for me is it keeps me more in touch with you, with the members. And I do members only polls and ask questions. And so they do help guide my content. So it's sort of like, come on in and really have a say in some of the stuff that goes on my channel. And I really appreciate that. And I think they do too, because when I ask questions, they be answering. And even if I'm doing a live stream, you know, I ask the members, you know, this color, that color, and they be answering, and that's what I do. And so it helps for you to be more a part of what's going on here. You know what I'm saying? And I really like that. Now this way, this looks like one color, but then when you turn, you see that green. Even on this side, that was a good choice, troll. I want to take a tapered blending brush. I'm excited. And we're going to take THF because it's really not a shade. And we're just going to put this under the brow. And I think I could do this too. Let's just do this one. You know why? Because this may play off of that inner corner shade, which is this one. I know I have not done this combination before. This is Republic, that yellowish shade. And so we're just going to tap it and then lightly feather. So this is with Republic and this is without. So it's not much different. It's just a little something something. And I am just tapping really lightly. And I'm tapping off and it's still just a little bit there. And we're going lightly just on the top edge of the lid shades. And so this is what we have. Y'all, I love this palette. And I'm always like, why do I not use it more? And I think just using other stuff. And so what I did was I wrote down what palettes I have not used in a while. And that's what I'm doing now. And so the look I did yesterday was with Teresa's Dead. Today is May 15th. And I don't know when you'll see that video. And we also need to use Jolena again. Midnight Seduction. That is nice. I think it was something else. 669. We are going to do a mashup with 669. Actually, you'll see that before this because we're going to do that in the live stream because one of the members requested the idea of a mashup between 669 and Xenon palette from Natasha Denona. So we will be using 669 again for that, but I want to use it again on its own. So we're going to be doing that. And I forget what other palette it was. I did already say, this is nice. I already did say Jolena. Did I use this brush for something? No, because I'm going like this. And there's nothing, there's no shadow puffing up out of it. So we have not used that brush yet. For lower, this is nice. For lower lash line, and I don't like that it doesn't dry down. I do not even have on concealer. And it doesn't, I mean, it creases a tiny bit, but I have wrinkles. And so whenever I'm putting anything under my eye, it is going to eventually crease, but it wasn't a lot. You know what I'm saying? And so, but I do like this foundation. I just don't know if it's different enough to use that one instead of the soft matte. And someone did say this one would be good for the winter time, like when I'm just very pale, zero tan, and because it would bring a little bit of life to my face. But then once I powder down and do all the other stuff, I do have luminosity to my skin anyway. So that's the thing. It's like, is it, excuse me, necessary? We're going to take Prefab right here. And we're just putting different colors because we're using different colors. So we're going to put prefab on the first half of the lid. This is a Luvs brush. It says angled shading. I don't like it for shading. I do like it for pulling out shadow, but I like it a lot also if I'm doing brow or lower lash line, because it is just super flimsy. And there's no control if I'm trying to do shading for me, and it may work for someone else. So we're going to go straight into prefab, and we're going to put that right here. Oh, lower lash line, NYX retractable eyeliner in gray, and on our inner rims, upper and lower, MAC Color Excess Gel Pencil Liner Glider Dye, and this is the shade of it. So it's not a black, it's almost like a dark gray black or smoke gray or something. So we're going to take prefab on the first part, and we're going to just let it go ahead and blow down. And oh, this is giving me the grunge. And we're going to do the same thing on the other side. I am thinking of a blue for upper lash line just for added color, to add some contrast. And I do think that makes things interesting. And I do like blowing down my shadow because, like, you see my wrinkles. This covers the wrinkles. So in a way, also, it camouflages some of my under eye discoloration because I'm putting shadow on top of it. And I like that. We're going to put that brush down, take a clean one, and we're going to go into zone, which is this blue. No, it ain't nothing blue on my lid, but hey, we're adding colors, we're having fun, we're playing in makeup. That blends nice, well, goes nice with that gray, because it doesn't look blue. You know what I'm saying? And so we're going to do this here, and we are overlapping with the gray that was in the center of the lower lash line. And we're going to pull this out a little bit with this brush. Yeah. So we're coming back over here just to pull this out under the outer corner shadow that we use. Oh, that side is nice and this side is different. Story of my life. So let's just come back over here and just see if, you know what it is, because this side I swooshed it, this side I actually went straight. So I'm thinking I may need to bring down that outer corner shade because it almost touches here. And I'm actually going to take a smaller brush. Let me just find something really fast. I really don't. I'm just going to take this brush, as a fluffy brush, and we're going to go, what shade is that? That was Breakthrough. I mean, no, Checkpoint. And we're just going to just feather on the top edge of that gray, just to make it seem like there's not a gap right there. And then we're going to feather out. And we're going to do the same thing over here. This side has a wider gap. So we're just pulling it out. This is where having more of these ones would come in handy. I only purchased 2 of them, not knowing how they were going to perform. But because you have to pay for shipping, I'm not just going to buy those 2 little brushes. And I do have enough brushes, as you see, that I can still get done what I want to do. So it's not really necessary. So this is what we have. There's something weird looking right here. And I don't know why, because there's like a hook right here or something, or like a blank space, like right here. But we're going to leave that like that. So we are going, so that's it for the palette. We used 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 shades out of this 12-pan palette for this look. And I do really like it, and we're not done yet. And I don't see any fallout. I don't. We're going to take... I'm going to put these brushes away. You're going to hear a clink. And I did not use this brush, so this can go home. We're going to take this blue. So we're going to amp it up. Now, common sense ain't common, number one. But since we say use a purple or a red, but we're not. We're going to do this because we just do stuff and we like to add color. Even though this is a grunge look, adding this eyeliner color is going to punk it out a little bit. And I think it's just fun doing that. This liner color reminds me of Sea Queen. We are not going to put Sea Queen on the lips. And Sea Queen is Sephora Collection Cream Stain Liquid Lipstick. And I never realized before that this is the color of Sea Queen until like just now when I said it. But we're not going to put that on the lips because I think that would just clash a little bit too much. So you see how it adds color, but to me it don't look crazy. And some of y'all might be like, you keep thinking. You keep thinking, but it's a little crazy. And that's okay. Live vicariously through me if you don't use, you know, bold eyeliner colors, or if you just use like a black or a brown. And I do encourage you to try different things, try different liners. If you normally do a black or a brown, when you do an ethereal look, use like a smoke gray. It may almost show up black, and so that may get you into just getting comfortable with using different color eyeliners versus a black or a brown. And I do encourage you to try new things because you might find something you like. And you might do the look and be like, wow, like, that is really nice. So you see what I'm saying? This is adding more color. And I really do like this look. And this is one that I would write down. But then, like, am I going to do it again? You know what I'm saying? Because I haven't done any of the other ones again. So it's like, what? And then also, as palettes die, if I'm looking at the shade names from a palette that died, I may not even know like what that color was. You know what I'm saying? And so even trying to recreate it based on the name of the shadow, am I going to be able to do that? When I first started watching YouTube back in 2007, I don't know if it was eye craze or something else, or X-Sparkage. I don't know. But they would just say the color of the shadow. They wouldn't even say the name of the shadow. They would like take a hot pink with a light purple undertone. And I'm not good at describing colors, and so I still wouldn't know like what, you know, how to replicate that. But I liked how they did that. So it wasn't about a particular shadow. It was about the colors. And I really appreciated that because then it didn't feel like, oh man, if I want that look, I gotta get that palette. I gotta get that single shadow or whatever. Let me stop messing with these wings. Y'all, I'm loving this look. This is not tapered, and that's what I was trying to do, but I don't want to keep messing with it and it ends up like just really not good. Queen Luzia, I'm still I'm still with this mascara. It's been a month. It's been 4 weeks. They say after 42 days of use, your lashes, should have noticeable length, increased noticeable length after 42 days of uses. I'm not seeing that. It's been a month, which is 4 weeks. So what is that? What is a month? That's only 30 days, and so they're saying 42 days. So, I don't know. Someone else may have a different experience. Oh, who was it? I saw someone, Blake, Swaggy B Beauty. We did a collab recently. Y'all, she's amazing. I really do hope that y'all check out her channel. And because I'm talking about her, I will link her below so you can check out her channel. I do really believe you will enjoy her content. And she received this from the brand as well, and she had a reaction. She wasn't completely sure, and she said this in the video, so I'm not saying anything that she didn't say. She wasn't completely sure if it was this, and so she's like, so I don't even know if I would try it again, because I can relate to sensitivities and allergies to different things, and in my mind I'm like, if I even think it's something, I ain't gonna try it again. And the thing with allergies and things, okay, like if I break out in hives, that's one thing. But like once they get on my face, that's when I'm like losing my mind. And if something irritates my eyes, you know, we need our eyes to see. And so it just kind of takes me down a dark road when, you know, it's something on my face or something with my eyes. And so I don't know if I would try it again. I would really have to be feeling really bold and adventurous, because, you know, don't mess with my vision, don't mess with my eyelids, my eyeballs. all of that. But I'm thinking if we should go ahead and do the lip. No, what we're going to do, I'm going to edit out powdering down, because this is still tacky. We've been here 25 minutes and this is just like super tacky. But I'm liking how my under eye is looking. It doesn't look, you know, my discoloration isn't bad, and we did put a gray on top of it. But yeah, this is it with that. And so if this was the soft matte, I could just put bronzer, blush powder on top of it because it dries down, but this does not dry down. And so I would have to set it. And even just going outside, you know, pollen, the wind blowing, stuff is in the air. Look, I don't want all that stuck on my face. And so that's something too, is like, do I really want to have to set it? You know what I'm saying? But anyway, we're going to edit out putting the base face on. I'm going to figure out a lip. I don't know if when I come back the lip will be done or not, but yeah, we're going to come back because I'm thinking now of a lip and I don't want to keep taking up your time unnecessarily. So I'm going to powder down the face, do my regular, you know, stuff, and then we'll come back. We are back with the finished look, and what we just put on the lips was from Notoriously Morbid. This is I'm Liking Your Style. It came as a free gift with purchase, and I thought this would play off of the dual chrome on the lid because this is also a dual chrome. So some aspects, like here you see it's reddish, but then it's green. The only downside is sometimes the parts that look reddish, it may look like it's patchy, but it's not. It's just how the light is playing off of the reflect. And I love this with this eye look. So what did we do? We put on Fashion Fair Steadily Truly Tawny powder as always. I put on the Pat McGrath highlighter in Extreme Gold 2 because I'm thinking that would play off of this gold on the inner corner. So this is what is here. That is that. This is only my second time using this too. I used it all over my face for an iridescent pinup look for Creative Art with Heart collab. Watermelon Bliss from House Labs. I went a little overboard with the bronzer. We only used medium level 7 today, and so I went back with a brush with no bronzer on it to buff out because this line was looking really harsh, and so I blended that out. And then we still went in with Radiant Light from Hourglass. I'm under the eye and lightly over the face, and I want to show you there is a dip in this. And I'm like, what? And so I am confident I'm going to pan my House Labs bronzers and blushes. Anyway, and they're 11 grams. And the Hourglass is 10 grams. And I panned this. Granted, this goes all over the face and the other stuff doesn't, but still. Give me all the product. I will use all the product. That is everything. Oh, and we also sprayed the face with the Scandinavia setting spray. So, actually it's called the finishing spray. So this is our final look. Let's do pictures really quick. Let's do our screenshot thumbnail thingy. So let me get the sleeve out so I don't blind you. Hold this like this. So this will be our thumbnail. Thank you for putting up with me when I do pictures in the video. And it does help me because sometimes I forget to do them later. So this is what we have. Let me know what you think of this look. And I do like the foundation. It just doesn't look that much of a difference to me once I put everything else on than the soft matte and then the requirement to set it. And maybe it's because I don't have dry skin. So it's just sitting on my skin. My skin is just regular. If you do have dry skin, I think you would really like it because it is... The soft lid is a replacement for the hydrating foundation she had before. So if you do have dry skin, I do think you would like it. And it may dry down for you. Or do I mean if you have dry skin? Yeah, if you have dry skin, I think it will dry down for you. But because my skin is just regular, it doesn't dry down. But anyway, we're going to go. I am excited about this look. And actually looking at the cheek, because I thought like, okay, the blush is bright, but that plays off of the red dual chrome aspect of the look. And again, the highlighter plays off of the inner corner. The lip plays off of the dual chrome. Because if you look at the lip as I turn, and then you look at the lid as I turn, don't tell me I'm color coordinating all my stuff. And we have one is blue eyeliner. So that just kind of gets forgotten because everything else just flows. And so even using this bold blue eyeliner with this green and red gold look, it works. You see what I'm saying? So just try new things, y'all. Try new things. Thank you so much for being here. Don't forget there's lots of information down below, and do check out Blake's channel. If it's your first time visiting her, tell her Dion the Troll sent you. And that'll be it for this video. As always, self-acceptance, self-love. That is the crazy Troll Nation way. Thank you, and you will see me soon.